Hello guys, and thank you for watching. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of our Certified Supplier Initiative Yunhe Factory Tour. I will be your host, Darnell. So this has been organized by China Toy and Juvenile Products Association. We are here today to evaluate the factory Hexin Toys Group. We're going to be evaluating the factory based from our 5 criteria. These are going to be product safety, safety assurance, specified standards, self-export capability, and social responsibility. Today we are here in Yunhe. It is actually known the wooden toy city of China, and Yunhe toys are actually exported to around 70 countries across the whole world. Therefore, it actually is a big revenue generator for the country. It actually generated last year about 1.2 billion US dollars. So it looks like it has a really huge potential. That's why we are here today. We're going to be going around the factory of Hexin Toys Group, so I want you to stick around. Alright, let me give you a little bit of an overview about the company. So it was established in 1973 and they actually focus on wooden toys. And the factory is actually ISO 9001 certified, and also they comply with the ST standard, that is from Japan, EN 71 for Europe, and ASTM for America. And the factory's floor area is actually around 30,000 square meters, so we have a lot of footwork to do today. We're going to be going around this factory. It's pretty huge actually, and they have 400 workers, and they export to, of course, Europe, United States, Australia, and other regions around the world. Now they are actually called the experts in all types of wooden toys. That's what they're known for. So without further ado, let's go straight to the workshops and see how their toys are made. Alright, so I'm here in another facility or workshop where it's actually where the drilling machines are. So basically, I have here a certain pattern, right? I don't know which part of a toy this is going to be, but there's a certain pattern. And then what happens is our lovely friend over here, she picks one up and then she puts it here, and then what happens is she's gonna drill a hole. It's gonna be having this pattern. So what she does is from this to this, and they have several of these all over this facility. It's actually from this end until that end. So we're going to be checking more of these actually, because they have several woodworking workshops or facilities. Alright, so we are in one of their printing facilities, but this specifically is pad printing, but with a silk screen. So what they're doing here is pretty much traditional. It gives this like handmade touch, right? So our friend here is actually arranging these all at the same time, all in the row, all spaced together nicely. And then our friend over here is actually already printing them. So we see some blanks, right? And then he runs through with the silk screen, and I'm pretty sure you're seeing that video right now. So it's pretty manual but traditional and still yet effective. Here's another way on how they actually print designs on their wooden toys. I have here actually is a thermal transfer machine. So what does this do? It actually has a rolling pin or roller pin that has some heat to it. Now, here's how it works. So basically, I have here a blank part of this truck, all right? They're gonna be placing some print over here, and it should look like this, right? And how do they do it? Basically, there's like a film, all right? The film, they take one film, and then they place it here, they stick it here, it sticks temporarily, and then what she does, she's gonna run it under this machine, and then the heat will transfer that print to the body of this truck. And there you go, you have the print. I'm pretty sure you're seeing a close-up video of this one. So it's one way on how they transfer print to their wooden toys. It's called thermal transfer. As they always say, simplicity is beauty, right? So I actually, it's an assembly line. You can call it like where they sort things and then they all arrange them and put them in a final packaging at the end. But let me just start here. It's really simple, but it looks really fun. So we have our friend over there way at the end because she's actually piled with all the boxes that she actually taped. And then there are guides on top, right? They have like some guides that they can follow that are hanging here right now, these boards. So basically, what she does, she is assigned to put a specific number of bricks or blocks, and then it runs through the conveyor. And she's also doing the same thing. She's following a certain guideline based on what's written here. And then it keeps going, all right? And it goes to our lovely friend over here. She's actually preparing already her blocks. And then we have our friend here already. Oh, he's really good. Look at that. That's what I call smart. Look at that. So he actually transferred. So as you can see, it's like level by level. So it doesn't take like one person. It takes several person or several people. And then here at the end here, this is where it ends. So it's ready for wrapping. And then she seals it. There you go. And storage or package. And that is already ready to be shipped to the customers. There you go. Maybe I'm gonna try one. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'm gonna try one. So chiga like this. Chiga. There you go. There you go. That's the finished product. All right. So let's move to the other facility. Let's go. Alright, so right now I want to show a little bit of demonstration about some test reports that they actually do. So I have here a good friend of ours. Of course, she's going to demonstrate how the ASTM and the EN71 is actually performed. So yeah, can you do it please? Yeah. So basically, they drop a specific product or a toy, right, at a certain height. So these heights are actually, these measurements follow a certain standard. So she will drop it, I think, for several times, and then get the results and put it or plot it into some report. And there you go. And then maybe, okay, okay, so what she was doing actually was for the ASTM F963. And also, it's pretty much the same for the European standards for the EN71. So basically, it's the same concept. They drop a specific product at a certain height. All right, but anyway, I want to share more of their physical testing tools that they use here at the lab. I am now in their physical lab test. So what I have here are actually instruments that they use to test these toys even before they actually go to production or to be released for mass production. So I have here, for example, this one is a thickness test. Basically, they put I think a plastic bag, and then they test the thickness. And I'd like to note that all their tools or instruments here are actually calibrated. Let me just give you a little bit of an insight of the physical testing lab. The tools need to be calibrated, and then somebody's gonna come here and test these instruments if they're actually calibrated. Once everything is calibrated, they actually mark them, and it's sort of like a license for these tools. You cannot just buy something like this and use it to test. They should be calibrated. So what I can see here, maybe you're seeing this video right now, this one is due next year. So it was just recently calibrated last May 7th. Today is June something, you know, so yeah. So 1 year, it's actually every year. Even measuring sticks are calibrated. As you can see, they have all, not that one, this one. Everything have their own licenses, so everything is calibrated. So this one is a special tool. I like this one. It's actually the small parts tool. So when they put something here, like an item, when they drop it, if it gets inside, it means it's not safe for kids. But if it gets stuck, it means it is safe. Because I think, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, this actually simulates the windpipe or the trachea, right? So kids or, you know, toddlers, it's safe for them, you know, kids, what they do, they put stuff in their mouth, right? So this is one of the testing tools, small parts cup tool, and it's also calibrated. See, it expires on 22nd, 2022 on April. See, it's been 1 year. So they have all sorts of different tools here that they use for the testing. And this one specifically, you're seeing a video right now. They did a demo about this one. This is actually a test tool. Actually, they put it on a, let's say, what do you call this? Something that they can fix the toy, a part of a toy. they're gonna twist this at a certain point, so to its threshold, and you can measure. Here's the measurement, right? So you can measure how much, what do you call this, pressure that a specific part of a toy can take. So they did a demo earlier there. So this is also rated, see, it's on May 6th next year. So all their tools, I'm really impressed. Everything is actually calibrated. They have all different sorts of tools and they're all being calibrated. I'm impressed. So also they have different tools. There you go. This is all about safety on all the products that they actually produce from this factory. Finally, the exciting part of the show or the program is the showroom. I'm always excited when we see the showroom. So let me just go over here because it's a really huge place. It's really big. So I just want to give you a quick tour. So we have all sorts of different products here. Now keep in mind that the company actually focuses on wooden toys, all sorts of wooden toys. Let's go to this room, shall we? It is really big, I'm telling you. So I want you to follow me over here. And so this is one of the best part that I like here because they have all their main wooden toys. Now everything that you see here on this part, for example, this part, we have different puzzle toys. We have toys for all sorts of ages, different age brackets, toddlers, kids, simple puzzles to kind of complicated puzzles to a more for older kids puzzles, different sorts of puzzles, and everything is made from natural wood, which I will be sharing with you later on during the workshop part. Now let's all go over on this side. I want you to follow me. Right, on this side, I just want to share with you guys, they also have all sorts of traditional, I should say, wooden toys as well. So for example, these can be actually, if you're interested, they're actually open for OEM and ODM. So if you have specific requirements, their R&D team as well, or designers can design it for you as well. So they're open for OEM and ODM, but I want to share with you guys, you follow me? So down to our featured product. Actually, Hexin actually have their own brand, and their own brand is actually iWood. And this is released for international markets. So if you're a customer, you know what to do. So iWood is actually their original brand, and they also have an original brand for the domestic or the local market here within China. But this one is actually meant for international market, which means it meets international standards. They have all sorts of different kind of toys under this brand, which they actually own. So let me just go straight to the featured product. There you go. They even have this bag. They have this little oven. There you go. So let me just feature this product. I want to highlight this product because this is what's hot right now. So this is actually a DIY building house. So we have all sorts of different houses here. When you say DIY, it actually, you know, kids these days, like, you know, they have all these blocks. It's unlimited fun. Unlike, for example, a regular conventional toy car or doll. That's it, it's fixed. A car will always be a car, a doll will always be a doll, right? But with building or DIY toys, there's unlimited possibilities on how you can build things. So therefore, it actually sparks the creativity of kids. So getting one of these is actually really beneficial. And considering that these are made from natural wood and non-toxic material, so it's really safe for kids. They have different types, so each are sold separately. They have this, it's like a farm, 75 pieces farm cottage. They have this, let me just share this as well. They have this 171 pieces Build My Fantasy Villa. So they have different sorts of kind of houses and scenarios. They have a cabin in the woods. They have a high-footed cabin. All these different sorts of DIY houses. Keep in mind the number of pieces. It also determines the level of the kid. So these are most of them are actually for 3 years old and up. There you go. So they can actually build. So you can actually remove anything from this house and you can build something else out from it. So it's DIY and be creative. Actually, for one set, you can build this, but you can always be creative. If you buy several sets, you can mix and match them because after all, it's called a DIY building block, right? One of the things that we're looking at is, of course, quality standards, reports, certifications, because, of course, what we want is the factory is compliant with international standards, therefore quality, safety, and it assures the customers that what they're buying is actually beneficial and good for the kids, right? We're talking about consumers here that are really picky these days. But anyway, like what I mentioned earlier, they have all these certifications that they comply with, and let me just share with you guys. I have here, for example, a bunch of copies of their reports. We have here the, for example, the EN71, and then ASTM reports, TUV reports. So they have all these. TUVs for Germany, by the way. And another one, this one's a test report, TUV, all right. And then I want to share this one too. Of course, this one is from the BSCI. It means that Hexin Toys Group Co Limited is actually compliant with the BSCI. This is more about the employees' welfare. Now, also they have the FSC standard certificate. There you go, the FSC. They also, this one is their ISO 1901 certification. This factory is actually ISO certified. And also, this one, if I'm not mistaken, it's an ISO 14001 certificate. It's actually the original copy. Wow, I've never seen one. All right, so we are actually featuring right now their research and development facility, because as a certified supplier, Hexin controls its product quality in line with international quality and management systems, so that overseas buyers just like you can be worry-free when they're sourcing their products. They also invest heavily in design, development, and innovation so that they can create, trendy, leading products that can be competitive with other competitors, with the attractive appearance and creative functions, new ideas, new designs. So these are 10 talented designers who have years and years of tenure in this line of business. All right, so one of the criteria that we're looking at is, of course, social responsibility. It is really important because it's not only about hardworking employees, it's also about how happy, how psychologically healthy are the employees. And to provide that, they should have a place of zen, such as this one. This is actually a break room, so they have time to relax, to chit-chat. It's so cozy. And everything, of course, it's like I'm in a cabin right now. It's so cozy, nice lighting. It really makes me feel relaxed. If I were an employee, I would find this really relaxing. I can have some rest here and all these things. Not only that, let me also mention that the employees actually live around this area. They're locals as well, considering that the company was established in 1973. So they're like several generations of workers who started working here. They feel like family, which is really important as well. So the company itself, it's like a big family, and everybody's living around the area. So for non-locals, they're being provided with board and lodging as well anyway. But most of them, they live in houses, making them feel at home. So a day's work, relax here, and then come home, right? And also they have different amenities as well. They have like billiard tables, or I think there's a snooker table. They have badminton courts and all these things for sports activities. So for me, being a compliant BSCI company, of course, this company actually passed one of our criteria, which is social responsibility. All right, so joining me right now is Tina. She's the sales manager of Hexin, right? Did I pronounce it correctly? Because I'm a foreigner. Did I pronounce it correctly? Hexin. Hexin. Okay, so I'm learning, right? But anyway, because she's been teaching me the company name all day long, because we've been here for the whole day. But anyway, thank you so much, Tina, for the hospitality that we've received the whole day. So I have a couple of questions that I want to share to our audience, and probably they could be your potential customer, right? So with the long history of this company, I want to know, and we want to share, how long has this company been in the toy business?
It's already 48 years, since 1973, yeah.
Since 1973. Wow, that's by far probably the I should say the oldest companies that I've experienced covering with the Certified Supplier Initiative factory tour. Okay, so given that the company has been around for 48 years, maybe you want to share, the company's culture. What is the ideology? What is the mission? What is the culture?
Our company culture is integrity and harmony.
So,
Yeah.
actually, it makes sense. When you say integrity and harmony, these are really powerful words, right? Integrity means, customers or patrons trust the brand. Integrity and harmony. Well, what I can say when you said harmony kind of makes sense, because when I was going around, to be honest, here's what I felt. I've seen the workers, everybody just, because I'm a foreigner, everybody was just smiling back at me as if we can understand each other's language. We were shooting videos all over the factory. I really felt, at home in this factory or in this company. But anyway, I also want to know, because it's also important for our customers to know that, what about safety, right? Because we went to your lab test earlier on. So how can you guarantee safety for the customers with the toys that you actually produce?
Make a professional quality system according to the international safe standards of wooden toys, and carry out it strictly. Yeah.
So strict, how to say this? You're following strict standards to ensure quality and safety of your toys, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so what about, let's say, you're gonna be developing new toys. You will produce new toys in the future. What kind of points that you can share with us?
Make sure the product is safe enough. Yeah. I think this is very important.
Yeah. Because considering your products will be played by toddlers, by kids. So, of course, I'm a parent myself. I have 4 kids, just in case you didn't know.
Wow,
Yeah,
4 kids, wonderful.
Yeah, and I'm not kidding. I think our regular fans of CTJPA or Certified Supplier Initiative, they do know now I have 4 kids, because we've been going around these factories, and I find it really interesting, understanding how toys are made. And especially, I do understand that, the value of that toys should be safe. That a company should guarantee that their toys is safe. And I've heard earlier on with your project managers that, the kind of wood that you actually use are natural wood. And the paint is water-based, non-toxic, and stuff like that. So it really guarantees safety, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have one final question. Since the company has been around for 48 years, since 1973, so with that long history, what about the future of the company? So any plans for the future that our audience, they might be looking forward to?
Yeah, we are looking forward to make more and better wooden toys, which are educational and funny for children to play with happily. Yeah.
So it's not just building. I mean, traditional wooden toys are building blocks, those ABCs 1, 2, 3. So in the future, more educational, interactive toys, right?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, because especially now, because of the current situation, the new normal now, because, everybody knows that we're in this new normal where COVID, everybody's staying at home. So I think, in my opinion, kids, of course, they stay home more. They study at home because now it's like online class or different things like this at home. So it really makes sense. It really makes sense that the future of your toys should be educational, right? And happiness. These two things really go along together for kids. They need that right now, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But anyway, so it's been really fun. It's been the whole day. And I've really learned a lot, and I hope you did too. But I'm afraid we're out of time. And we'd like to thank you guys for sticking around until this last part of the video. And I'd like to thank Tina again.
Thank you.
And thank you for the tour and for everything. I've learned a lot. I'm really blown away. Such simple thing, and I've seen how these things are made. But anyway, we'll see you again on our next episode. But if you want to contact them, you can contact them directly, all right? Or you can reach out to CTJPA, all right? So in the meantime, let's say goodbye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.